Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayantam.
So namaste everyone, we continue our pilgrimage, South Indian state of Tamil Nadu, places of power, ancient temples, and of course the main reason why we visit all that places, because years back I was here with my Guru Yogi Ramaiah, and this place is a very special one. This is the village of Vadalur village in Tamil Nadu. Exactly here, back in 19th century, lived a great saint whose name is Ramalinga Swami, and he achieved Shiva Swarupa Samadhi, so the highest level of God realization, which includes physical immortality. And actually, the end of his life was not like in most of the cases just a normal death. It was not like that at all. He actually experienced rainbow body, so it means dissolution into the light, and it's happened actually just 3 or 4 kilometers from here. But this very temple, which you will see just in a few moments, actually this temple constructed by Ramalinga Swami himself, and that's not an unusual temple because, in this style, in this structure itself, hidden philosophy is there, and Ramalinga Swami, when he accomplished this construction, this building, he told his disciple that in this building he include his philosophy and technology of spirituality, how to achieve this so-called biological or physical immortality. So this is very mysterious temple. This is how this temple looks like. Very unusual one. You can easily imagine that this is something like Renaissance Italian church, but very far from traditional Indian Hindu temples. It's a very unusual style, structure, very interesting and beautiful, of course. Let us walk around, so in a clockwise direction around the temple, and you can see that the style of the temple itself is absolutely unusual. You can't even say what kind of style it is. Some South Indian elements and even European elements. Very interesting. So let us see what is there. Actually now you can see some part of the park, and the park itself is the important element of the temple. Also, the idea of the park belongs to Ramalinga Swami. Wow, wonderful. Wonderful and unusual. Very interesting stories behind this temple, actually. As I already mentioned, that somehow the structure, the idea of the temple is not just beautiful temple, but actually philosophical teaching in the form of the building, in the form of the temple. And just a few years before, Ramalinga Swami had achieved rainbow body, physical immortality, actually he locked up the main part of the temple. So it means actually we can see only, approximately 20% of the temple, and something like 80% is just locked by Ramalingam Swami in the end of 19th century. So it's actually behind this window, behind these doors, behind these walls. Nobody knows what actually is there. And according to the legend, one day Ramalingam Swami may appear out of flash of light, and then he can reopen this temple and give certain instruction. One more legend goes like that some people from the north, possible from Russia, come and reopen this temple. Anyway, now the major part of the temple, just what is actually behind these walls, windows, is locked since the second half of 19th century. So actually, Ramalingam Swami was born in a Hindu family, and the first half of his life he was a Hindu practitioner. But on a certain moment of his spiritual evolution, he understood that all religions basically can't satisfy his spiritual quest. And actually, this temple, it's not Hindu temple. And some South Indian people, they even don't know how to explain to which tradition belongs this temple. And most of the Ramalingam Swami devotees, they proudly say that this is the temple which is beyond any tradition, any religion. It's just about personal connection with God. Ramalingam Swami had experience of rainbow body when he was something like 54 or 56 years old, and it's happened just a few kilometers from here. But in his tradition, which is existing in right now, it's growing even, there is no any priests, there is no any gurus, there is no any institution. Ramalingam Swami told that actually God is consciousness, God is light. And we don't need any religion, we don't need any priests, we don't need any organized religion institution, just meditate on light, supreme light, which is in your spiritual heart. That was the message. That's the reason why in this temple they don't have actually any priests, any it's not a part of any religion, it's just a place for the meditation.
Om Sampurnavatāraya vidmahi Sainataya dhimahi Tanno prema prachodayant. Om Sampurnavatāraya vidmahi Sainataya dhimahi Tanno prema prachodayant.
So this is main entrance into the temple with a beautiful, colorful mandala just in front of main gate, main door. and a big shed, but this is the modern one. When on certain occasions many people come to visit this wonderful place, so just comfortable place to wait the entrance. Okay, next to the main temple, small place for some meetings, and just this way, very short walkable distance, is one more building constructed by Ramalinga Swami. Just not so far from the temple, there is one more building constructed by Ramalinga Swami for the distribution of food. And also right now in this place, actually this is the place where devotees, they keep his manuscripts, his books. So inside here we can see oil lamp, picture from Linga Swami and his manuscripts. Yeah, also wonderful place for the meditation, very peaceful. So that's how this temple looks like from the distance, and this is the park, which is part of the like temple garden. Beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful place, and some more buildings next to the temple. So really wonderful, amazing. So this is Siddhivalagam, the place where Ramalinga Swami had achieved rainbow body. And actually this is the temple, of course. Now you can see new part of the building, just for the pilgrims. They can take rest in such a simple way because the weather is pretty hot. And now we approaching, and behind the yellow wall is historical old part of the temple where Ramalinga Swami disappeared in the divine light. And this candle, this oil lamp, better to say, is exactly that oil lamp which Ramalinga Swami fixed there before achieving rainbow body. So this is the oil lamp, which is actually the physical presence of Ramalinga Swami. So just next to the temple with the oil lamp, we can see a small garden and a flag of immortality. Actually, Ramalinga Swami himself put this flag here. Of course, that's the new piece, but exactly the same, 1/3 yellow and 2/3 white. So this is the flag of physical immortality and Shiva Swarupa Samadhi. This is the actual place where Ramalinga Swami himself, he just put this flag here. So this is small and wonderful garden, park, and just here is the place where Ramalinga Swami achieved rainbow body. I can't speak out loud there behind this door, so just I'll show to you the place where it's actually happened. You know, one of the most mysterious thing about Ramalingam Swami is that he is well known in Tamil Nadu state, in South India, and you know, beyond the borders of Tamil Nadu, almost no Indian knows about this great mystic. That's very interesting. Huge philosopher, meditation master, who had achieved highest God realization, Shiva Swarupa Samadhi. Just right, he disappeared into the rainbow body, and only Tamil people actually know about him. Mostly, even in the ashrams outside of the Tamil Nadu, yeah, he is not so well known. First time I came here with Yogi Ramaiah, spent some maybe 1 week with Yogi Ramaiah. Later on, with the blessings of Yogi Ramaiah, I was here. I've been here a number of times, practiced meditation, Kriya Yoga and Bijamantras. And actually there are 3 places here in this village, Siddhivalagam, which are extremely important. Of course, this oil lamp, which Ramalingam Swami gave us as a great reminder. Okay, and then this room, this place where he actually disappeared into the rainbow body, in this flag of immortality. Now you can see it just behind me. You know, when I was staying here back in 90s, end of 20th century, a couple of times, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, okay, actually no hotels here. I was staying just, you know, just next to the temple with all other Indian pilgrims, sadhus. This is a small spring with fresh water to take shower. Yeah, they serve simple food, rice and vegetables, and a really very important place for the meditation, Kriya Yoga meditation, at least for our tradition. This is a very important place, because that's actual example given by Ramalingam Swami that yes, this is possible. Shiva Swarupa Samadhi, which is highest God realization, which includes physical immortality, it's possible. It's happened here in the second half, in the end of 19th century. So that's very really wonderful place. Just you can see again, just behind me, you can see this very place where Ramalingam Swami actually disappeared into the divine light physically.
Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayantam